Okay, so here we are for week 2 of the ICP. We're going against Mario, second Commissioner Pippin. Yeah, we faced both commissioners in the first 2 weeks, and yeah, his team is actually pretty good into ours. It's not too bad at all. We could have brought Petron and we could have brought Corviknight. Instead, we brought Greedent and Grumping. I'm calling it Grumping. It's happening. The Porker and the Gobbler have turned up. Because fuck it, we're not feeling too great today, so we have some fun to make up for it. And honestly, this is the worst matchup. This is not the worst matchup. In fact, for Grumpig, it is pretty good into quite a few of these mons. And Greedent also is always good, just always good for it. So we do have this rain extender. We're going to go ahead and give ourselves the maximum amount of recovery, whilst also allowing things like Energy Ball on our Primarina and Seed Bomb on our Greedent to do more damage. And also the Grassy Seed obviously on the Grumping is going to be very important. So that's basically the plan here, is going to be lead off with Rillaboom, U-turn on the Heatran or the Pheasantipity switch, and then go into something that beats those mons. So we'll go ahead and lock that in. Good luck, have fun to Mario, and yeah, this will be, I think, the 4th time we've played this generation. He is due a win, so if we drop one, we drop one, right? It's only week 2 of a season. You can afford to lose a game if you're having fun, right? That can be a better lead for us, I feel. Like, you're almost definitely going to go for a U-turn, and I don't want to take that damage. So I am pretty happy, I feel, just a hard out into my gouging. What does that bring in? Lati? Do I switch into Lati all that well? Not particularly. Would I rather just take some damage on this? How much is it doing of a U-turn, realistically? If it's Jolly, and I assume it's going to be Jolly. Actually, no, yeah, Jolly just about... sorry, Adamant just about gets outsped by Jolly max gouging. So there's part of me that thinks that there's no way he could be Adamant, but he may just go for the speed tie or think that I'm going to go Adamant gouging. Yeah, let's have a quick look. Rillaboom to 𝙍𝙄𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊. If it's... I'm going to assume it's U-turn just from this lead. Fuck it, this may be an odd play, but I'm going to go out... They're actually going to hard switch, actually. But this should be fine regardless, because it covers the Heatran and it covers the... yeah. It covers this and it covers Fez coming in. I guess he wants to scout for Scarf, so he's not Scarf himself. It's either that or he doesn't have U-turn. It's one of the two. Regardless, we now look like a god for making that play. Was not the intention, but we fucking take those anyway. I could set up a spike here, that's pretty free. The main issue is like the lack of switch-ins to 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊. But yeah, I'll go ahead and set up a spike. So they're going to taunt, okay. Good to know they have taunt. I can just Stomping Tantrum if 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊 comes in, it's not ideal. So do I want to try and cover that with a switch in my own? Certainly could do. I could go into the Porker here. Because the Porker can take on the 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊 fairly okay. And if anything, you probably set up rocks. If you're running Shuckleberry, I don't think you want me to proc it here. I think you got a free switch into 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊. Or a relatively free switch into 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊. But like I say, I don't deal with 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊 particularly well. So I think what I want to do is just go out into the Porker, as they are going to withdraw. And I believe that was the 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝙽. Now, with our Grassy Seed activated, Power Whip does still hurt. But if it's Jolly, it doesn't 2 KO us. So I'm going to click Calm Mind. Knockoff does very little. He still has to hit the Power Whip as well, right? And if you SD... it's the best way I'm going to put it. I mean, we just go into gouging, right? If he SDs. We lose the Grassy Seed, but... at the same time, at +1, we should 2-hit KO this. They knock off, chewing. And by chewing, I mean really not chewing all that well, but still doing something, right? Kind of wish I was Nasty Plot, because Nasty Plot would have done big damage here. But we'll get our Gleam damage off. No, I don't think so. Like, you would have to get max roll into max roll to be able to knock me out here anyway, so... if we're that unfortunate, then we're that unfortunate, but, you know, it'd be what it do. If we're, like, modest max Focus Blast, he might not take this hit. And I think regardless, like, we can pretty much just set up with gouging on this anyway. They're going to U-turn, and that's going to crit me. Of course. Why not? That did about 28 to 33, just for the record. But you know what? We brought the Grumpig. And that's the main thing, we're the real winners. Like, it didn't have a good switch in that could also have taken, like, Dazzling Gleam into Earth Power. We probably would have got that off on Heatran. And that would have put us in a really good spot if it's Shuckleberry. But, you know, it's the game we play. Tetsu comes back in. I can just go into you, right? There's no, like, no major downside. Or we go Greedent. Second 1-pointer getting crit Pippin. You know what? I might just fuck with that. What else are we setting up on? Not too much. I mean, like, you're the safe switch, or the safe answer here, right? So I'll just go Prim. There's no reason for me to do this right now, so... Just gonna go Prim, and I think I want to click Moonblast. Zarude could be the switch in, because we don't switch into it particularly well. Fez could be a switch in, but we'll work our way around that when we come to it. Power Whip doesn't knock us out, actually, from Zarude. I could Hydro into whatever. Yeah, fuck it. They might just want to stay in, so... And Midnight, that's going to be Fez, so I'm glad I didn't Moonblast. We miss a Hydro, because why would we want to hit an attack? And our best answer would probably be... I could just stay in. I could just stay in and Psychic Noise this, but I think that's probably not worth it in the long run. I'll just go into Ting. Probably going to be a U-turn if I had to guess. Nah, they just gunk. Okay, they miss. So now we're even. Finally, some parity. Yeah, I'm just gonna, now I can set spikes unless this is taunt as well. No. Toxic Chain on the first one. That's just par for the course. Against me, Toxic Chain is 100%. If I use it myself, I'm lucky if I ever see it proc. But part of the reason we're lefties is to prevent that. Can't Stop Twin is the Quackable. I don't care. I'm literally just gonna Whirlwind. I think I'm just gonna have to set up with Quack. With Quack, yep, this is a Quack against me, not Quack for me. I'm just gonna have to set up with gouging at the earliest possible time. Nah, fuck it, we're going to you. I think I just Psychic Noise this time round. And if they go into the Zarude, then I'm going to Moonblast it and just say fuck it. Take my kill on Zarude, potentially. Because they bulk up. Are you Roselli? Well, now I am going to Moonblast, I think. How much does a Psychic Noise do to Quack? Psychic Noise doesn't do enough, but it also covers a mid-ground, like it's a mid-ground in case they go into Fez. Maybe they're just wanting their damage here? Because the grassy terrain isn't up, I can't Energy Ball this either. I'm behind, so I'll Psychic Noise. Yeah. Okay, so progress is going to take a spike, I assume. It does take the spike, and it's going to take the psychic noise. So no recovery for you. Keeping us alive is nice for Quack, but like realistically everything on my team can kind of deal with Quack that's left. Outside of Tinglu, of course. I do think I want to keep this Mon healthy, but I also think they just U-turn here. If they gunk, does it kill me? Surely not. Gunk has a roll, but it's not a good roll. Because the worst thing they can do is U-turn. And immediately get momentum back. But I think I've got to go for this regardless, right? Because I can't afford to lose this Mon. And, like, if he gunk shots, he's 100% getting the Toxic Chain on top of that, so... Yeah, he just U-turns. I wanted to call that so bad, but... Yeah, it's all good. Can't stop Twin. Okay. Welcome back, I guess. And you are leftovers. Good to know. I think this time I'm going to go Rilla. Because if they make the same play again at bulk up, we can threaten it with the grassy terrain, or the grassy glide. There we go. They CC, they just spin. Okay. Like, your switch-ins are... It's almost definitely going to be a Heatran switch. Or a Fez switch. Like, one of those two is coming in. I don't see any reason why anything else would. Yeah, that's the Heatran. And you are Shucker. Okay. We're making some progress. It's taking a little bit of time. But we're making some progress. Now, do I think you're going to be faster than me? Yes, because you just got the grassy terrain first. Just gonna go straight back out. I paid attention, so we're all good. Just go back out into my Primarina. It shouldn't take too much from anything this wants to go for, unless it's like Power Herb Solar Beam, which is just fire attack, if it is. And I kinda just want to go for a Moonblast, because Fez shouldn't be able to take 2 hits at this point. So do you go out into 𝙍𝙄𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊 instead? No, well, fuck it. Why not? Why not? We've been a little bit unlucky so far in the early game, so I'm gonna make a few plays. And if they don't go 𝙍𝙄𝙇𝘼𝘽 here, if they stay in, they stay in. You got me. I wonder if this still got nature power. I would have been cooked. Show me the 𝙍𝙄𝙇𝘼𝘽. Come on, you know you want to. Ah, tough. Special attack drop, huge. And you are also... You're also lefties of something similar. Right, well. Time to make little to no progress once again. Hopefully they roost. And give me a free turn. That would be ideal. They do. Cool. So, you're definitely U-turning. I can tell that much. None of this chip is going to matter much. But regardless, I'm still going to get my spike up. Mainly because I just know that if I switch something in, it's getting toxic. Like 100% it's just getting toxic. Okay. One thing I do need to check, is my gouging fire quicker than Fez with no speed? It is. So there's a chance that if it's no speed, we just sub on it and we're good to go. I do think at some point I just need to get gouging in, but at the same time I'm biding my time, taking it easy, taking it slow. Rilla always gives me the most. We don't die to a triple axle as well, because you know his leftovers, we know he's not going to be able to do that. So yeah, he's just going to keep spinning. He really does not want these hazards on the field. And this time I'm just going to U-turn. Because I predicted the Heatran last time it came out. But there's just like, there's basically no progress being made on either side because I'm just switching, he's just switching. Because he's lefties on every Pokemon, currently I'm not able to get too much progress quickly. So it's going to be an angle in which I just need to brute force this a little bit. And I want to say that gouging can do that. It's just finding the opportunity to get gouging in to be able to do that. At some point you're going to want to take your damage, right? But today is not that day. We go into Dark Shadow. Was that the 𝙍𝙄𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊𝙈? Oh well, I will take the damage on this. I will certainly take the damage on this. And by damage I mean I would just kill it. Crit? Deserved. That's for Grumpig, fuck you. So, like, one of the few things that could have been a problem, I'm doing it. One of those things that could have been a problem for gouging is now dead. Ah, shit, the grassy terrain's gone. I don't know if Seedmon will kill. And Tetsu comes in. They're fumbling. They're setting rocks on a threat. Insanity. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what. Okay, sure. That's sure. that seems about right, doesn't it? So, I guess I didn't get the high horsepower burn before, but we're actually slowly working into a position where Rillaboom can click Grassy Glide. That's 2 resists down. There's only 1 left. I don't have too many options. Rillaboom was pretty good late, so I'll just go into you. And at this point, it's just a matter of constantly getting in Rilla and clicking some buttons. The only thing I can't let this do is set up, because that becomes a real problem for my team. We know it's lefties. It's never taking a Moonblast. I don't think you just CC here because I'm a burnt Greedent. This should be when you think, yeah, I can get a Bulk Up off. But at the same time, look at that face. I can hear Ellie saying brain cell. I assume that she said the exact same thing when Greedent's face was on the screen. Oh shit, the double. Into 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊. Into the 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊. There's no grassy terrain up, so I'm just going to take my kill here. Because at 229, do I actually take that? 64%. Power Whip is a roll. Hang on, no. This is fine. If they knock me out here, I go into gouging, I click Dragon Dance. They knock off. Perfect. And this is a roll massively in my favour to kill. So of course we just don't get the roll. Weakness policy? No, leftovers. I guess if you had a lot of bulk, then you would live that. But that's a little tough, isn't it? That's not ideal. Are you worth keeping around at all? No, you really aren't. So I will just Psychic Noise? Could I keep you as a sack? Actually, you're still good for Quack. And I might be able to get some grassy terrain recovery. You go for the grass move. You don't go for a U-turn here. I'll preserve the Prim for now. Because you should still die, I believe, to Grassy Glide. Yeah, doing a Trail Blaze, that's not going to do enough. Rillaboom to 𝙍𝙗𝙇𝘼𝘽𝙊, Grassy Glide actually might not be enough here. Because of his bulk, might not be enough. I think regardless, I keep you low. No, you're gonna U-turn here. So I'm gonna pivot Greedent. Because in the grassy terrain, against the Quack, yeah, they U-turn. We are burned, so that doesn't help the calcs particularly. But I can curse once. No matter what, I can curse once. And then Seed Bomb is a 2 at KO if they don't bulk up. I think I just need to keep this like in range of Rilla. Yeah, I'm just gonna Seed Bomb. They can bulk up if they want. It's not ideal, but they've got to get so many bulk ups off. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough to take us out. This should do at least like 30. Greedent just needs to keep this under half. I think that is the only thing that it needs to do. I'm just going to keep clicking this. Because there's always the chance to crit as well. They CC. We're not living that, I will tell you that much. That is a promise that we are not living that. Okay. So, we immediately quell the threat by going into Rillaboom and just clicking Grassy Glide. There's no reason to do anything else. And though the Grassy Glide is super obvious, we still gotta go for it. Because Fez is not the issue, the +1/+1 Quack is the issue. Big damage. Running out of sacks fairly quickly. But still, we'll make this work. We'll make this work. What do I let go down here? Because you're still good. Outside of, like, the Quack. What else is alive? It's Quack, Shocks, and... Okay, so actually it's really not that good. I can go into Ting. Invite Stings back in, sure, but... At this point, I think I just... Yeah, that's a U-turn. I just wait, I just keep whirlwinding, basically, until this dies. And then it comes down to me just clicking Dragon Dance. That's all I gotta do. Sarud comes out. I think I gotta let this mon die to Sarud. Yeah, I gotta let this die to Sarud. So I will give him as much false sense of comfort as I could by getting him up to as much health as possible. I know, it's going to be a tricky end game to say the least. But I think I wish I stuck with boots because that would have been much better, but I think this has got to be the time in which gouging comes out. Like, we take one of everything, so I've got a DD. Like, we will take a hit from Shocks, which is, I assume, what's coming out here. If I get to +2, maybe? If I get to +2 with that, probably not. I think it's better for me to just go double Tantrum. Because you're not booster, we've seen that much. Yeah, I think that's just a better play. They're not faster than me. That does do over half. They T-Wave. Why are you T-Wave? Okay, well that's unfortunate. That is mightily unfortunate. Huh. Can this still win though? Might be able to. I just need to not get paralyzed. Okay, no, that's taking way too much damage. But that is going to go down at least. Man, if I just subbed, I should have just subbed. Ah, man, you bring sub for a reason, is to avoid the T-Wave. I just thought you would go for the Earth Power because, like, it pretty much always kills. So that's on me. Should have subbed. I also should have Scale Shot on that turn to get the speed. I think my win con now is a Gunshot miss. You come in. I don't... like, I can let you get the Moxie because I don't have another option, essentially. It's CC. Unfortunately, I don't think that I'm out of range. So, like, regardless, my play here is just what, glide. Got to glide here. We'll go for it. This is probably going to be a loss from here. I can't imagine. I can. There's an endgame where he misses Gong Shot and we're able to get something out of it, but regardless, like, he should just let me take this Mon, because if I SD, he's in trouble. But I think I got to play off his choke anyway. So, yeah. So now there is a win con. If he misses a Gong Shot here, we have a chance. Nothing else to do, just got to click the button. They just U-turn, which is going to be the correct play anyway. It's 100% against me, I'm telling you. Just run Toxic Chain, it's 100% chance. It's like me with a normal type and getting paralyzed. So, high horsepower isn't going to do enough to take this out, which is a little bit more unfortunate because we've got more recovery about the Toxic, but you know, it'd be what it'd do. So, if I had brought Corviknight and Petron, this would have been a lot easier. At the same time, I regret nothing. Just gonna glide. There's like no reason for you to switch. Because if I call the switch, then you lose. Is it possible to play off of a U-turn miss? I mean, Faz does just finish the game here. But, like, yeah, there's no world in which I can ever do enough. I don't know what you're calcing for, because you win the game no matter what. There's nothing I can do. There's quite literally nothing I can do. You just U-turn here and fuck me right up. Do I play off a choke if they decide to go for Gong Shot for no reason? Like, they should always U-turn. U-turn always gives them something, right? But, fuck it. Yeah, they just U-turn. That is going to knock us out. And unfortunately, Primarina is just going to die now to the Zarude in the back. And that's going to be a game. Certainly a game of all time. Poor one out for Grumping. It never had a chance. Greedent did try its best. That much we know for sure. It did try its best. Unfortunately, Heatran is just a little bit too flammable for the squirrel, so not a lot you can do about that. But at the end of the day, I should have just fucking subbed on the Sandy Shocks, and I would have probably, well, I may have had a chance from there. Pretty good chance, I think, as well. But that's on me for not doing it. So, miss a Trailblaze. Good game to Mario. Make sure to check them out. Link will be down in the description below. Unfortunately, 1-on-1, but still, like I said, we had a bit of fun with this build. Honestly, I thought he would prep more for Petron and Corviknight, but seemingly he saw what I saw in the matchup, and that Greedent and Grumpig were just far superior. Like you enjoyed the battle, subscribe. Until next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.